Well, good morning. We're going to make some Palacinkas this morning. It's an easy way to fix like a breakfast burrito without actually having the tortilla or whatever they call the flatbread. My mom used to make this when I was growing up. She'd make them for dessert because instead of putting eggs and sausage in them, you can put jams, jelly, honey, or anything like that, and it makes a dessert crepe basically, but it's called a Palacinke. And this morning I'm going to fix one with sausage and egg because I have not eaten anything for breakfast yet, and I'm going to use that little bit of sausage that I had left from the other day. You can put whatever you want in here. I'm just going to put sausage. I'm going to cook my sausage, and then I'm going to add my egg. You can put in little pieces of potatoes if you want. I really just didn't feel like potatoes this morning. I eat a lot of potatoes, so. But yeah, you can dice up your potatoes really small, in small cubes, and cook those in with your sausage, and then when they're done, just add your egg. I didn't turn my light on this morning. But anyway, I got my sausage in there cooking. And to make your Palacinke, you're going to use a cup. And I'm using self-rising flour, but I am going to put just a dash of salt. You know, if you use plain flour, then you've got to put in baking soda and salt. So it's up to you. You can use either one. I'm going to add 2 eggs. Have to whisk the eggs up before you put them in there. But this is just a new twist on a Palacinke. Instead of making a breakfast out of it, we're going to make, instead of making a dessert out of it, we're simply going to make a breakfast burrito, basically. I'm going to put just a little bit of onion in with my sausage and let that brown. Already got one cut up a little bit. I just need to slice the top because it's already cut so it'll come off in little bitty pieces. Yeah, I always liked the dessert my mom made with this. But I found too, you can use it as a quick way to make your burritos. You don't have the little tortilla breads or the... I'm at a loss for words right now. I can't think of what to call the thing. But you'll know what I'm talking about. Or if you don't have bread, this is a good alternative. But I'm going to get this front burner hot. While I mix up my ingredients, I put 2 eggs in a cup of flour. I'm going to add 2 cups of milk. You might say that's pretty thin. Yes, it is, but that's the way you make these. I can get it stirred up without spilling it everywhere. And you need about a 10-inch pan, I guess. That's what this is. And you have to stir it or whisk it until you get all the lumps out. I wasn't going to do this morning. I was going to show you how to make the dessert with it, but I decided, well, I need some breakfast, so I'll show you how to do the breakfast with the Palacinke. Probably would help if I put it in a bigger bowl. So I don't splatter it everywhere. I should have used a bigger bowl to begin with. because I'm definitely going to whisk it a little bit. It's like that's probably the only way I'm going to get it mixed up really well without using an electric mixer. Get it all off of the spoon. Let me stir up my sausage and sausage and onion. And I squeeze up the sausage a little bit just to break it apart, because I don't want it in great big hunks to go with my eggs. Get down just a little bit. Oh, I'm going to turn my burner off because I don't have my stuff whisked up yet. Don't want my pan to burn. So I'm just whisking it, as you can see, the best I can show you. And I'm doing that just to get all the lumps out of the flour. Make it real smooth. And I'm going to use my ladle to put it in the pan. Because you only want about one ladle full. Well, I need to get you over so you can see better. And just roll it around so it coats the whole bottom of the pan. And then you just need to let it cook. And what I've got here is just a little bit of Kraft cheese that I'm going to dice up and put in my sausage and my onion. And you want to cook it until it starts getting solid on top, so you can flip it. It's kind of tricky, but you can flip it, just like I did this one. But you're basically making a flat flour pancake almost. It's supposed to look like one of the tortilla things. And this is the kind of cheese that I'm using in it today. You can use any kind you want. You can use mozzarella cheese. You can use sharp cheddar. Anything you want. I just happen to buy these. I use about one of them every month and a half to add stuff to what I cook. You can see how that's browning. But I'm adding this cheese to my hot pan, and I'm just turning the burner off because I don't want it to burn, but I want it to melt the cheese a little bit. And I may just put this one slice in there. Because I don't want too much cheese, but I do want enough cheese that will give it a flavor. I do not want the cheese to take over. Now, when it gets browned on each side, just put it in a pan. Or put it in a plate, I'm sorry. And I'm putting another ladle full right in my pan. Do a circle motion with your pan so you know all of that is covered the bottom. I couldn't find the lid I wanted, so I'm just going to use this one on it. And I turned the burner off. I got it good and hot, turned the burner off. And I'm going to leave the lid on the top so it will melt the cheese that I put in there. Like I said, you flip it when the top starts to look kind of dry, like it's cooked. Flip it over, brown the other side. Show you here how I'm going to do it. I've got one of my little burrito things right there. Now, I'm just going to spoon off some of this mixture. It's just cheese, sausage, and cooked onion. And what you're going to do is roll it up. Taste it. And both ends are open, because in these you don't close the end of them. And you don't have to cook them all at one time. You can put the rest of your mixture, if you're not going to cook it all at one time, because it's just me. And I'd rather have them fresh than to cook them all at one time and then reheat them. So I'm going to put the rest of this mixture that's in this green bowl that I haven't cooked. I'm going to put it in a container and put it in the refrigerator. Put it right there. It's got to cool a minute because it is way too hot to handle. I've had enough for one more. Really don't need that much in there. It's been a while since I fixed these, so have to bear with me. In fact, I think the last ones I ate my mom had made. And she's unfortunately not with us anymore. She's been gone for quite a few years. Yeah. Just roll it up. And there you have breakfast burritos. Don't that look good? A new twist on a Palacinke. I don't know. A lot of people probably have never heard of them or have never made them. But they're the next thing to a burrito, basically. And I drank my cup of coffee already this morning. And I've always got stuff on the table because I'm always working here at the table. I'm forever working at the table. And I didn't want to make a long drawn out video this morning, so. But anyway, this is my breakfast burrito this morning. It's a Palacinke with sausage, onion, and cheese. Dear Lord, bless this food we're about to eat. Look after everyone out there in YouTube land. Keep them safe. Amen. I gotta take a bite. Y'all take a bite. It's really good. Quick way to make you a breakfast burrito. It's really good. Now I'm going to get on here and I'm going to show you how to make a dessert one. And I'll finish eating this later. Just put them over here in another dish. And finish eating my breakfast later. But I wanted to show you what you can do to make and you really don't even have to put oil in here if you've got a non-stick pan. I'm just used to using oil. So I put a little bit of olive oil, you know, it's not much. But I'm going to go ahead and show you how to make a dessert one. And they do add just a little bit of sugar to the batter, the mixture. Some people add rum or vanilla. I'm going to add just a little bit of vanilla to it. About a teaspoonful. So we're going to have our breakfast burrito and our dessert. Just mix it around. I don't don't buy alcohol and I don't buy rum to cook with, so I'm not adding rum to mine. And again, just put your ladle of batter right in your pan. Swirl it around so it coats the whole bottom and let it cook. Me, I've got honey on hand. I don't have any strawberry jam or anything like that, but these are really good to put strawberry jam, maybe a little bit of Cool Whip in with it, honey, molasses, anything like that. And if you like a sweet and not so sweet mixture, you can fix them like this, and you can put your sausage in your mixture in one of them. It kind of contradicts the flavors. But this is how you make the the dessert burrito or Palacinke. I remember the first time I can remember that my mom made these, I was a little bit skeptical. Because I thought to myself, what is my mom fixing to give us, you know? And you know what? I forgot to put my egg in the burrito. But I'll make one in a second and I'll put my egg in there. I got enough left in here to put the egg in. And like I said, you can put your mixture like this in one that's been fixed like this with a little bit of sugar and a little bit of vanilla. Gives you a little bit of a different taste to your Palacinke. I can't believe I knew I was forgetting something. I forgot my egg. I was going to put my egg in my breakfast roll. Oh well, let's face it, I'm not perfect. That's why I say this is Linda's gardening, bloopers and everything. I mean, you see everything, even my mistakes. But you just brown it. Look at that. It's browning so pretty. Just going to scramble that egg right up in that little bit of sausage and cheese. I may even add some cheese, a little bit more cheese to it. In fact, I'm going to add both eggs. Because this is what I was going to do to begin with. I was going to put egg in my sausage and my cheese and my onion. And I had them sitting right here and forgot to put them in there. But at least you see two varieties of your breakfast burrito. If you want to make it with just the sausage and maybe a little bit of chopped egg, chewed egg. Not egg, but potato. And onions and cheese, you can. Or if you want to add your egg, like that, then you can do that as well. And what I'll do, I'm going to make probably two burritos out of that for tomorrow. Oh, that smells so good. But I'm going to go ahead and put the second one in there. And like I said, if you don't want to make them all at one time, you can put part of it up, cook them the next day, or you can do like I'm doing and decided to go ahead and fix them now. And you can just put them in the refrigerator and heat them up in the microwave the next day. And see, I'm just going to put a little bit of honey. I get my honey to go down. I've been using it quite a bit, so it's getting kind of thick. Comes out kind of thick. And just kind of run it around your little pancake. It doesn't take much. That should be enough right there. And like I said, just roll it up. And if you want, if you have it, you can put strawberries, chopped strawberries. You can put whipped cream in there with your strawberries and your honey. And just roll it up. And there's my dessert burrito. My mom always made the dessert Palacinkas. I don't remember her ever making them with anything else in them, but you know, something for dessert like strawberries or jam or cream or you know, something like that. Because it's basically like a crepe. But it is called a Palacinke. Like I said, since I've already got the egg fixed, I'm going to go ahead and roll up my breakfast burritos. Well, my breakfast Palacinkas. I know y'all gonna say that lady's crazy. And again, I need to melt it a little. Melt the cheese. And eat some of it. Turning the burner on just long enough to get it hot. And then I'm going to put the lid on it. Just to melt the cheese. And see, it does brown a little bit more when you have the sugar. And you have the heat up higher. But I'll go ahead and cut. But see, it doesn't look like there's anything in there. But you put the vanilla in the bread part, and you put a little bit of sugar. And you got that honey wrapped around in there. Makes it really good. Y'all try it. And I'm going to put these on my other plate over here. Because that's all going to be part of my breakfast if I sit down and eat them in a minute. Turn the heat off. Let it melt. These I'm fixing now. I'll just eat tomorrow. They'll be my breakfast tomorrow. And like I said, you don't have to put oil in there if you've got a nonstick pan. Just put your batter in there. Don't put any oil. It's totally up to you. I mean, this is your cooking. You see, if you get the pan hot and just put a lid on it, turn the burner off, that's enough heat to melt that cheese in there. I think you can see that I'm always in the way of what I'm doing. And you don't have to put a lot in there. That's enough actually for 3 with those eggs. So I'm just going to roll it up. And it's a lot easier to handle once it's cooled. So there's 2 versions of, or 3 versions of the Palacinke. You can add the sugar and the vanilla to your batter if you want, and make all 3. Or you can just make your dessert Palacinkes and do like I did. I had some honey, so I decided just to put a little bit of honey in there. You can put jams, whipped cream, Miracle Whip, whatever you want. You can throw some strawberries in your blender, chop them all up. And see, I've got mozzarella cheese. I just didn't put mozzarella cheese in them. But you can put a little bit right there. So I'll have a little bit of mozzarella cheese and the Kraft cheese in the next one. But your kids might think that this is a fun way to eat breakfast. You know? Make them some Palacinkes. Put the lid back on it just a little bit. And those are just big enough to make a good size roll. But they're small enough that if you've got a wider spatula like that, you can flip them fairly easy. And you might think, well, the vanilla and the sugar in those Palacinkes is not going to be good when you put your sausage and your egg and all that stuff in. Oh, you will be surprised how good that little bit of sweetness makes when you put it in your Palacinke and make a breakfast burrito with it. And it keeps you from going to the store having to buy a package of, what are they, the Tortillas things? Y'all probably saying, well, lady, you need to get with it. You don't even know what stuff is called. Well, really, I don't, because I never really bought a lot of that I made everything at home. Never really went to the store and bought a lot of stuff. Just remember, that's 1 cup of flour, 2 cups of whole milk or whatever kind of milk you got. I used evaporated milk, but it's half water, half milk because it's so thick. And then I used a dash of salt and 2 eggs. And that's what made my palacinkas. I think we got just about enough of this for one more. It's probably a good again. I got my mozzarella cheese, my Kraft cheese. You can cook bell peppers in this with your onions. Just whatever you like. Whatever turns your taste buds on. But it's a great way to have a really neat breakfast burrito. Oh, and that is a little hot. Roll it up. You see how easy it is to make them. And this will be the last one. But this gave me, what, 5 breakfast palacinkas and 1 like dessert palacinka that I put honey in. You know, so if you want a burrito or something like that, don't think you got to run to the store and buy a package of burrito or tortilla chip things. Make your own. It's not quite ready to flip. Get creative with your food. Could you imagine one of these with chopped up strawberries and whipped cream just mixed all together and put in your little roll? That would be so good. Or jam mixed with Cool Whip. Oh my God, that sounds even better. I mean, my dad was in the Navy. There was 5 brothers and me. So that's 6 kids, 2 adults. That's 8 people to feed. So my mom got real creative with her stuff. You have to get creative when you have a low budget and a lot of people to feed. Like to get it a little bit brown. We got a little bit of rain last night or early this morning because everything is wet outside, which I'm tickled to death over. We didn't get the bad weather that they called the warning out to everybody for. We didn't get the high winds. We didn't get hail. We got a little bit of a rain shower, but not much. And we did not get any tornadoes here, not close to me anyway, so we're lucky. Everything was good. I almost didn't subscribe to the emergency phone calls, but I'm so glad now I did, because it's always nice to get warnings like that, you know. They send messages to my phone, but I don't always think to look at the messages, or I may not be at the phone when the message comes through. But if I'm home and the phone rings, then even if I don't answer the phone, they're going to leave a message of the warning, just like they did yesterday. So I'm glad they did that. I know they got some high winds and all that stuff not too far away from us, but we didn't get it right here yesterday. Very little bit. And I'm trying to keep myself in view. People were kept saying, we want to see who's doing the cooking. Sometimes I can't always do that, though. If I try to show you what I'm cooking, I can't show you what I'm cooking and me too. So, building the last one. And like I said, it don't take much. Those 2 eggs. And that little bit of cheese and a little bit of onion and egg are making 3 good-sized burritos. So how's that for breakfast? And I'm not going to eat all this right now, but I'm going to put it all together to show you what we just made. I made 2 sausage and egg palacinkas here. We made the one dessert one that I cut in half. And I've got 3 more right here. And I'm going to put these up as soon as they cool. I'll wrap them up, put them in the refrigerator. And I'll take one out tomorrow, heat it up, and that'll be my breakfast. Or 2, depending on how hungry I am. And I'm going to put one of these dessert palacinkas in with those, because this is a lot for me to eat at one time right here. That's all I can handle. So, yeah, get creative with your food, y'all. Fix you some palacinkas. Make you turn them into breakfast burritos. Or a dessert burrito like I showed you. And enjoy. And with that, I'm going to wish y'all a good day. Please like, share, and subscribe to my videos. And I will see you on my next one. Bye now.